Hello, welcome to Fix It with Pastor Diamond. And with me today is my very beloved daughter, Pastor Delight Ayo. You're welcome to Fix It with Pastor Diamond.
Thank you, Mom.
All right, there are some questions she has been asking me, but I'd like for everyone to benefit because it's very crucial that you hear what she has to say and get the answers to your very question. You might be asking for years, you might be thinking, is there a way out, or how will I continue in this life that I'm living? But I've come to tell you that there's a better place for everyone, and it's a place called the future. There's always a future for everyone. So just listen to the question she's about to ask because your answer is just right there at your doorstep.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you for this opportunity to be here with you. There's this question I've been wanting to ask. I've been asking this question. I want to know, why is it that ladies that had children during their secondary school or their younger stage of life, I want to know why they intend to hate the children. Like, they feel that the children are the cause of the problem, or they feel that because of those children they cannot achieve life, cannot fulfill destiny. They feel that those children bring sorrow or bring sadness to their life. So I want to know the reason, what is behind that hatred.
All right. Did you hear her say that women, a lot of ladies get back in their teenage age and dropped out of school? They couldn't continue with their school because of the responsibility of motherhood. But today, I'm here to tell you that that's not the end of your journey. As a single girl, you can still continue your journey. You know why? Because the past is not your final bus stop. The past is not your final bus stop. It is only a foundation for your future. So everything that has happened in the past should remain in your past. You must go from regret of the past to the vision of your future. The child that came shouldn't end your vision. You should pick up your life with a vision. Now it has happened. It's okay that it has happened, but write a goal, write a vision. I know when you were much younger, you were saying, I want to become a pastor, or I want to become a lawyer, or I want to become a manager, a bank manager, or stuff like that. You can still achieve it. Every child you see that comes is a blessing from God. It's not a curse. So write a vision, write a new vision, or believe in that vision that you had before, so that when you remember the vision, it will stir you up in working towards your future. Your future can still be actualized. It can still be realized if you understand what I'm saying. So just pick up your broken pieces, put yourself together, clean up yourself, and move forward. The regrets of your past will fade away into insignificance if you come up with a vision of your future. Those things that that the years that you wasted not going to school, sitting down to nurse the child, will fade up into insignificance if you just pick up and realize that you can still do life. There are women in the Bible that also had a rough past. There are women that had a rough past. Somebody like what will I call her now? Like Abigail, who married a husband that was a fool. That was like stunting her life. When you marry a drunkard, when you marry somebody that doesn't make sense, sometimes it looks like your life is what your life is stunted. But if you read the Bible carefully, you will see that she had a future ahead of her. She got in contact with the King David, who made her a queen. Do you understand what I'm saying? So your life can change at any minute. It doesn't matter what had happened in the past. You can still make it. Somebody like Esther, who was a slave girl, it looks like she didn't have a future. It looks like nobody knows her. It looks like nobody will recognize her. It looks like her life wasn't making any meaning at the time. But just in a twinkle of an eye, in all she has gone through, in all she has faced, she became the queen of the land. So you can see, my dear little princess, my dear shining star, you can still become that queen that God has assigned for you to become. All you need to do is to have a plan, have a future, see yourself becoming what God has assigned for you to become. The problem with victims of unfulfilled destiny is that they give up too soon. So that you just give up that this child, you hate the child, you don't want to see the child, you think the child is the cause of your problem. The child is not the cause of your problem. That's why I started by saying that child is a blessing. It doesn't matter how the child came in, just know that the child is a blessing to you. So you just pick up. Don't give up, don't give up too soon. It's too soon to conclude your destiny. You still have like 50 years ahead, 60 years ahead, 70 years ahead. You can still make it. You can still become what God is about and has said concerning your destiny. Do you understand? So if you had it all rosy, if you had it all rosy before, maybe as you were growing up, everything was going well, maybe you would not have understood the lessons of life. So convert your problems to springboards for moving forward, so you can have the past as a foundation for your future achievement. Did you hear what I said? I'll read that again to you. Convert your problems to springboards for moving forward. What do I mean by springboard? If you look at this chair that I'm sitting, there are spring on it that makes it to bounce. So your problems should be like springboards that bounce on those problems and achieve your great future. Tell your neighbor, bounce on those problems and achieve a great future. When you see somebody going down, tell them, bounce on that problem and achieve a great future, because the future is for you to achieve. Why am I sounding so emphatic? My Bible tells me in Philippians chapter 3 from 13 to 14, it said, brethren, count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind. Did you hear that? Forgetting those, you must first of all forget those things that are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are forward. So forget the problems which are behind you, and try to reach out to those things which are which are forward. If you don't forget the things that are behind, you are not qualified to reach out to the things that are forward. So I press towards the mark of the prize. So there's a prize when you press forward of the higher calling of God in Christ Jesus. Press forward. There's a higher calling for you, my sweet little princess. There's a higher calling for you. There's a higher, I know it in my spirit, and I want to infuse it in you. There's a higher calling for you as a girl. There's a higher calling for you to achieve life. There's always a higher calling for everybody, whether girl, male, female, man, boy, whatever it is that situation is. I need you to know that there's a higher calling for you. Just press forward and see how you will become a wonder in your generation.
Wow, I'm so blessed. Thank you, Mom, for these teachings. Thank you. I learned one thing. He said we should make our problems a bouncing spring. We should bounce on our problems, make it a way for us to stand. So thank you for these teachings. At least out there, I'll be able to tell people that even if you make mistake in your past, you can still stand up. You can still make your future.
That is it.
You
That's
can
the
still
word.
move. You can still have things, because according to you said there's still more years ahead for you. You still have like 60 years. You still have more years to come, so you can still recover them. Thank you very much, ma.
That is it. So no matter the mistakes you have made, you still have a better future. The most important thing is for you to what? To press forward a mark of a higher calling. Forget the past. Let the past remain in the past and seek for a new future for yourself. I'll see you in this station again. See you. I love you. Please press forward.